Attal is staying in a caretaker role for now. What is your expectation in terms of timing and who the new PM could be?
And that could actually take some time. Gabriel Attal handed his resignation to President Macron yesterday. That resignation was refused. Macron asked Gabriel Attal to stay as long as it was necessary for the moment. We don't exactly know whether that means July 18, when the new National Assembly reconvenes for a period of 2 weeks, or whether that means the opening of the Olympic Games on July 26, or whether actually that means the end of the Olympics, middle of August, or even the end of the Paralympic Games in September. So it could take a few days, it could take a few weeks. The new Popular Front came first in this election, so they argue that the new Prime Minister should come from the left wing. A few names are circulating, some names from the Greens, for example, the Green leader Marine Tondelier or the Green Senator Yannick Jadot, who said that the left wing will actually present a name by the end of this week. You have some other options among the socialist ranks, for example, the one who led the campaign for the European Parliament elections, Raphael Glucksmann, or perhaps an alternative name as outside of these elections would be Carol Delga, the president of the Southwest region, also a socialist and a female leader. So a lot of unknowns here, but of course no one has the majority, and within Macron's camp they are hoping that the longer it takes, the more likely the union of the left will implode, and the far left side of this union of the left will actually be sidelined, even though Jean-Luc Mélenchon, of course the firebrand leader of the far left, is hoping this alliance will stay together. Many Macron's MPs also who were re-elected in a struggle also have not forgotten that they were re-elected with the support of the left wing.
Yeah, and talking of the left then, Caroline, and we both listened to this speech, and it was a fiery speech, once again, typical Mélenchon style. And he said, we will implement our entire programme, and essentially nothing less than the entire programme. Is that feasible from this far left part of the political makeup now in France?
Of course, if he implemented the entire program of the left wing, that would be very costly and not very market-friendly. In fact, we heard from the MEDEF business lobby yesterday, who was saying that they are concerned about a lasting institutional chaos because the program of this left wing includes some measures such as cancelling the pension reform and lowering the retirement age back to 60 years old, also blocking prices of some essential products, increasing the minimum wage, and ending all trade deals. The Institut Montaigne think tank has estimated the cost of this program at 179 billion euros. But you have to bear in mind that the left wing doesn't have the majority either. So clearly, this is very unlikely the entire program will be implemented. It will probably be watered down. At the same time, it's also hard to see any major economic reform over the next 3 years until the next presidential elections in 2027, or at least until next summer, because you know Macron can actually call new snap elections as soon as June 2025. For now, the pro-business era of Emmanuel Macron seems to be over. You see the front page of Les Echos newspaper this morning. Companies, the great fear of instability. So still a lot of uncertainty in the executives' minds here in France.